What's going on, guys? It's Jake.
And I'm Ariel, and this is Hayden.
And today we're going to talk about labor and delivery. Last Tuesday, we talked about our 9 months leading up to labor and delivery, so we figured today would be a perfect video to start the labor and delivery.
I'll start off because I know a little bit more about this information than what Jake does. We had went in that night at 7:30.
September 3rd.
Yes, it was Labor Day. And then we actually didn't get induced until 8:30 that night. Then we started that whole process. I got induced another time about 1:05. That was, yeah. And then I started feeling contractions about then too. I was already feeling contractions before that, but I started feeling them really, really hard at about 1 to 2 o'clock. I ended up getting my epidural at 7:05, I believe. And then that was a whole process and stuff. And then I think I was 6 centimeters when I first got my epidural. So I made it pretty far. I was going to go further, but they told me that if I wanted the epidural, I better take it now or I won't be able to get it. So I took it. I'm so glad I did as well. And then, where else did we go? And then I finally got to about 10 centimeters. I only got to push for about an hour though, so that kind of sucked. I don't know a lot about what happened when I was in labor.
Obviously.
Yeah, because
like during the delivery process.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I couldn't really see down there and stuff, so.
Okay, well, I could see, obviously. And, not the best sights, but definitely something special, that's for sure. And then what you produce in the end is special, you see? You just look at them. But, anyways, there was, a really nasty smell when when she first started having, fluids out. And Hayden actually wound up pooping inside the womb. And I don't remember what the medical term for it is, but he did, and it was a very, that was bad. I don't even know what else to say.
Minicona, something similar to
something
that.
Minicona or something similar, close to that. That does sound right. Melatonin.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's something like that. Anyways, it was a really nasty smell, but that was from him releasing his waste right before he was supposed to come out.
The whole time that I was in labor, Hayden's heart rate was dropping too. And there was at one point that I had to have a breathing mask on me. And they kept turning me to try and get Hayden's heartbeat to stay, regulated because it kept dropping. That was another thing I wanted to add in there.
Yeah, so then they were pushing him out a little quicker than what they normally would allow for it to go for that reason. So he was pushed out pretty fast.
Yeah.
And from there, you could see his head or whatever, and it was coming out, and they were having a hard time getting him out, and they were like, man, if he doesn't come out now, we're going to have to C-section this up really quick.
I was 10 minutes away from having a C-section, if that. I was going to have a C-section if it didn't go the way it was going to.
So they had to pull out a vacuum to, suction him out of there, kind of like a little, you would a plunger in a toilet.
Is that what it was?
It wasn't like a plunger, it was like a similar shape to it and a similar suction to it, but that's pretty much what it was. And he two-handed it for better grip, but it was small enough to one hand.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so he suctioned him out of there like a little thing in a little turd in the toilet. And that's how they got him out of there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cut the cord, but that's okay. His umbilical cord was loosely wrapped around his neck.
That's common.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Thanks. But anyways, that combined with his heart rate, I wasn't able to cut the cord or whatever. So the doctor had to do that, and then they had to take him immediately over to the table.
He wasn't breathing when he came out. It took a while for him to start breathing. We're lucky we didn't lose him.
And that was they said it was from all the fluids from him going to the bathroom in the womb. So.
Well, it was just all the fluids combined, and he just wasn't breathing very well. But we got it. He finally started breathing, so that was awesome.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 people over there on a little tiny 6-pounder.
Yeah, he was 6 pounds, 11 ounces. He was 23 inches when he came out, but he had a big cone head, so from the vacuum. For a while, he had like a little round spot on his head that was from the vacuum and stuff. I ended up getting a bunch of stitches. I don't know how many stitches, just way more than I could count. Recovery was awful for me. I'm actually still recovering from it. That was not a very fun experience, but
Will you do it again?
I don't know.
She knows she wants another one.
I want another one, but it's
For now, we're gonna wait.
yes, very long time.
He's a handful. He's about 4 handfuls, and we only have 2.5 most days.
Yeah.
I'll count as a half.
Anything else that you can think of?
Um, in the stay in the hospital went pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah. We had to stay 4 days though. The first night, obviously, I was induced, so that was a day.
Kind of counts as a day.
Yeah, and then obviously you stay 2 days, but they couldn't get his heartbeat to regulate. So he was on an oxygen tank, or not oxygen tank, but they had like an oxygen level thing that it counted, and then it would see his heartbeat as well, and it would kept going low, and he would sleep. And they did 2 X-rays on him to make sure it wasn't anything bad. In the end, they concluded that it's just because he's a chill baby, so some days when he's sleeping.
Yeah, he sleeps.
Yeah. So, I think that is all that I have.
And then, we went home.
Yeah.
And, 6.5, pushing 7 months later, here we are.
Yeah.
Good to go. So, anything else you want to add before we sign out of here?
Nope. I think we're good.
Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and sign out of here.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.